During the heady days of the Game Boy Advance, it was a great time to be a fan of RPGs and adventure games. The likes of Sword of Mana, Golden Sun, and of course Nintendo's own Zelda titles provided many different opportunities to get lost in some truly epic quests on a system that you can take with you just about anywhere. Tako No Himitsu, Oceans of Secrets from developer Deneos, who previously developed a game called Save Me Mr. Taco, which you should probably play. Anyway, Tako No Himitsu is an upcoming indie game playing tribute to the Game Boy Advance era. For anyone with a distinct fondness for the GBA, it's already looking to be something truly special. Recently launching on Kickstarter and reaching its lofty goal in less than a week, there's already a swelling buzz surrounding this game, especially with the name like Motoi Sakuraba, composer of Golden Sun, attached to the project. Additionally, a short Steam demo is also available to accompany the Kickstarter launch, giving you a little taste for what to expect in this exciting new adventure. The demo for Tako No Himitsu puts you in the shoes of either Mylene or Clive in two distinctive scenarios. Mylene's plot seems to be a prelude to Clive's adventure and her infiltrating the Temple of the Order and confronting the deadly shadows that hide within. Clive's portion sees you exploring his hometown and stumbling across the mysteries of a shadowy void and a magical octopus bound to a crystal. Both segments are rather brief and relatively simple in their storytelling. Still, there's definitely some charm to be found here already, primarily thanks to the strong character design work and the gradual world building. It's honestly the kind of succinct storytelling that works well, and the pacing feels rather fluent. Tako No Himitsu feels very in tune with his inspirations. Exploration feels very familiar, and the environmental puzzles found within dungeons are reminiscent of those found in Golden Sun titles. It's simple and intuitive, and everything just clicks, especially if you are attuned to games of that era. During gameplay, you can switch to other characters in your party on the fly, with various abilities that provide different ways to explore. Buto's slide attack, for example, allows you to move through holes that would otherwise be inaccessible. Hopefully, this system will incentivize players to explore older areas as they gain new allies. The octopus's abilities also aid in exploration and puzzle solving. During Clive's chapter, you are introduced to an adorable octopus named Kota, who can fire projectiles at switches and enemies, and even discern things in the environment that Clive can't. The full game promises to have further octopi to experiment with, each with their own unique techniques. Of course, these can be used during battle too, and are employed excellently during the boss fights present in this demo, synchronizing the combat and puzzles together in harmony. Combat, in general, is straightforward, natural, and flawless, as it adds a level of forethought to its mechanics. Each playable character belongs to a specific type, as do the enemies. For example, Clive belongs to a defense class, and his attacks can actually rebound projectiles back to foes, dealing increased damage. This is the most effective way to deal with enemies of the attack class, while attack class characters are better at defeating magical enemies. By following this class triangle, you're rewarded with better drops from the enemies, so there's more incentive to play smart. Okay, so Tako No Himitsu impresses on all these fronts, but perhaps its most obvious point of charm is the graphical style. The pixel art is exceptionally bright and vibrant, with some wonderfully realized animations to boot. It brings to mind many of the best games on the GBA, a system jam-packed with stunning and vivid titles. It earnestly looks the part on top of being a treat to play, and the soundtrack is, of course, no slouch. The sound design is just as wonderful, evoking the common foley of the system. With plenty of visual display options, there's a handful of options here to make this as an authentic of a classic experience as possible. Minutes after playing the demo of Tako No Himitsu, I knew I wanted to play more. The love for the GBA is evident right down to its core, and there's even a side activity reminiscent of the Tiny Chao Gardens from Sonic Advance. As someone who loves the system dearly, I wonder what else the game has regarding homages. While there is currently no release date set for the game other than the estimate of 2026, a Kickstarter campaign is available now to support the creation. It may have already hit its initial goal, but you don't want to miss out on this new adventure. With that said, enjoy some gameplay.
Voice